Memphis police say the shooter is Darrell Bowers, the general manager of the Wendy's. Court documents state Bowers was arguing with a female employee who wanted to leave early. He allegedly threatened to slap her, so she called a friend to pick her up. When that friend arrived, he and Bowers started fighting.
The person that got shot, he ended up swinging on the manager of the store, and the manager pulled out his gun and shot him. Well, he already had his gun in his hand, so.
The video shows Bowers walking towards the victim, gun in hand, before the victim throws a punch. A split second later, he fires a single shot. Our camera was rolling while Bowers was walked through the parking lot in cuffs.
That's honestly my first time seeing somebody get shot, so it's pretty shaking.
Well, the Wendy's franchise said in a statement it has a zero-tolerance policy for weapons at its stores.
So I'm back. So we got to talk about the video y'all just saw. So basically, Wendy's manager employee wanted to go home. Manager didn't want to let them go home. So they had ended up calling a ride. They ride had ended up coming, obviously a guy. I don't know if it's because the employee was a female. I don't know if this guy is her brother, look like it be her brother or her boyfriend, one or the other. So you see he get into altercation with the manager. Manager got the gun in his hand. He tries to slap or punch, or maybe I honestly think that he tried to grab the gun out of his hand from what I've seen. But either way, he went towards the manager. Manager shot him and then slapped him in the face afterwards. You know, it's not funny, but it is at the same time. But so, and then you see him obviously get arrested. He about to do life in prison per, another sad situation. So that's why I wanted to make this video, basically to touch on. I never understood, and I just don't get why y'all be so okay with throwing y'all life away for real. Like, with no regard, like with no thought, y'all be ready to throw y'all life away, and y'all be that much in y'all feelings that y'all can't control it. Like, I never understood that this situation was all around stupid to begin with. So first, I don't know what was going on. I don't know why the manager cared so much that she wanted to go home early. People go home early because they sick or make up an excuse all of the time. Maybe they was understaffed and he really needed her, but at the same time, you can't force nobody to work. At the bare minimum, you could have rolled her up, maybe fired her if you had at will state, because we know most states is at will. You could fire somebody for any reason. And you should have just dealt with it. But for it to escalate and get to this big of a problem is crazy. Now, there's probably more backstory to it. This is just basic. Maybe they had an ongoing feud. They already didn't like each other. It was already beef. It might have been more to this story than what's reported. But regardless, this shouldn't happen. And then, like somebody said, if she had a car, this might not have happened because she could have just got in her car and leave instead of having to wait for somebody to come. I guess which might be true to a certain degree, but it's still ridiculous. And then we don't know the other story of why the dude who picked her up got out the car and got into a fight with him. I'm guessing it was probably heated. He probably disrespected his girl or his sister, whichever one, and they get into it. So, but like, a lot of people said in the comments to the videos that somebody got a gun, you never supposed to attack them or reach. Like, I don't know what dude was thinking going at somebody with a gun in their hand. That is kind of in a way his fault, because that's kind of common sense. Like, why would you try to charge towards somebody with a gun? So that's just bad. Now I know a lot of people might say, well, that's self-defense then. No, it's not, because for one, like Wendy said, and they said at the end, a manager, you ain't even supposed to be bringing a gun to work to that and having a gun on the premise and everything. Now, maybe he had it in his car and he went to his car to get it. I'm guessing maybe versus him just walking around with it on his waist inside the Wendy's. But regardless, you still getting fired for this because this is still dumb. And then even in a discussion or argument like that, it's still what they call it. something forced, like you escalate, like they always say, like if you were to a fist fight with somebody and you lose it, so you pull out a gun and kill them, like you can't do that. Like you escalating the situation. Now he can maybe try to say he tried to take the gun out of his hand or whatever, but still the thing that's gonna kill him, so there's no debate about it, is the slap at the end. The fact that you shot him and then slapped him like on some disrespectful type stuff. Yeah, like you probably doing some time life in prison. Maybe not life, but this is might be a case to where you get manslaughter 10 to 20 because it's not premeditated. I don't think it's they're gonna be able to prove that this was intentional or he planned this or anything like that. And then he could try to have the offense of he did swing at me, he did come towards me. There's a little bit of arguments about this, but he gonna do some time, but he might not get life in prison. If he got a good lawyer, he probably get manslaughter or a lower degree, of course not first degree murder, because we know it's not premeditated. It's not yeah, it's not it wasn't playing and then premeditated. My bad. I'm like, I know I'm saying this word wrong, and I know y'all probably looking at the video like you saying it wrong. I just got it right. Don't come for me. But well, so there's no proof of that, and then on top of that, you have like it can get iffy and skeptical depending on the backstory of why he got out the car. 'Cause like I said, why did the dude get out the car and confront him in the first place? You should have just had her get in the car and pull off. And so it's a lot that can make this story kind of go both ways. I can see so I can see him till we done seen people get off and get less time but even less situations than this, like Henry Ruggs, if you know the football player, he didn't shoot and kill nobody, but he was drunk driving and killed somebody. I know that that's always kind of involuntary manslaughter, but still, and he killed the dog on top of it, and he only got 3 to 10 years. So in this situation, I might have exaggerated. He probably won't get life, but he definitely doing a good 10 years and up for sure. So a lot of people, but then this is what I'm gonna end it with is that a lot of people are just walking around with anger in their heart. Maybe I don't know how old he was, they didn't say, but he looks like he probably in his 30s, 40s, a manager at Wendy's. He probably don't got a lot going on in the life. You see, he don't look like a Paul supermodel or some dude that that gets a lot of women based on how we look, and then he's the manager at Wendy's. So like maybe it's that like people be dealing with internal because like I say, people act like what their life is. When people's life is effed up, they usually push that and you could sense that on them. So that's probably what this was. Cause like I said, this situation blew way out of proportion. Like this don't make no sense at all. And it's crazy. So I just want to say, like, people like this another okay, so now we got another person dead who family gonna mourn. The girl, she probably feel bad because now she obviously not going back to that job. That job is over with. She done lost her boyfriend or her brother because of her mess. Like it's just, and she got to live with that. And then this dude about to be in prison for some years, all over like Wendy's, like your job. Like this is just stupid all around. And people, we need to get it together and control our emotions. Like life is too short and there's too much going on in life. But it's like everybody could have went on about their day, continue to see their family. Hopefully, dude don't got no kids, which he probably do. Like this is just stupid. And I'm out.